Nita!
I had no idea why, but just lately Matthew, Monica's son, had taken a liking to me. He came rushing at me in his bright, multicolored clown outfit with the little balls on the front that matched the ones on the hat. His hair was a deep auburn like his mother's, but there was something about his 3-year-old face that made me think of his dead father. Robert hadn't been my favorite vampire, but he'd been handsome, and Matthew was a cute kid. He came running with his arms up and launched himself at me. He was not big for his age, but it was still startling. I caught him and swept him up in my arms because to do anything else would have either knocked me flat or been churlish. He put those little hands on my shoulders and leaned in for a kiss. I offered a cheek, but he touched my face and shook his head, very solemn.
I'm a big boy now, Nita. I kiss like a big boy now.
Cheek kisses had been fine until about 2 weeks ago, and now Matthew was very certain that cheek kisses were baby kisses. It made me wonder if Monica was being overly friendly with the new boyfriend in front of the kid. It was Monica. There would be a boyfriend. I'd told Monica about it, and she thought it was cute. Matthew puckered up and planted one on my mouth, which meant he was wearing my very red lipstick. Now you've got my lipstick on you, and that's more big girl than big boy, I said, as I looked around for some Kleenex or something to wipe his mouth with. I was also looking for his mother. Where was Monica?
It is big boy if it's your lipstick.
I frowned at that tiny face just inches from mine. What do you mean it's big boy if it's mine?
All of big boys kiss you, Nita.
I had a sinking feeling that maybe it wasn't just Monica and a boyfriend in front of Matthew that were giving him ideas. Where is your mother? I said, and began searching the room for her a little desperately. She finally separated herself from the mass of women and girls of various ages and came toward us, beaming. It creeped me a little that Monica seemed to think I didn't hold a grudge about her betraying me 5 years ago. I did hold a grudge, and I didn't trust her. She seemed unaware of that. She had Matthew's curly auburn hair, cut shorter and more styled, but her face was thinner, more of a sharp triangle, as if she'd lost weight since I saw her last. Once upon a time, you could have asked if she was feeling all right, but now women dieted for no reason at all. Monica was shorter than I was by a few inches, and I was 5'3". She was still in her skirt suit, too, but her blouse was white, and mine was blue. Matthew kept his arms around my neck while she used a wet wipe on his mouth. Then she put a paler shade of lip gloss on his lips, though they didn't seem to need any to me. She took the hat from me and put it over his curls. If he'd been any older, the outfit would have been embarrassing to any boy I'd ever met, but at 3, it was actually cute. I would not admit it out loud, but it was.
Thank you so much, Anita, Monica said. I can't believe I forgot it.
I could, but I just smiled and kept quiet. Quiet usually worked better between Monica and me. A mass of little girls dressed in the girl version of his outfit bounced up, and he wiggled to be put down. I did so happily. Monica watched him run away with the others in his class with that proverbial mother's look, pride, love, and almost possession. I never doubted that she loved her little boy. It was one of the reasons I was nice to her. She turned to me, still smiling. I'm so glad the recital is tonight so I can concentrate on the business tomorrow. I nodded and tried to make my escape. Monica was apparently a better lawyer than she was a human being, or at least Jean-Claude trusted her to do up the contracts that might or might not be getting signed tomorrow. I trusted Jean-Claude to be a good businessman. Agreed, I said and tried to slip away. She grabbed my arm. I don't like to be touched by people that I'm not close to. I stiffened under her hand, but she didn't seem to notice. She leaned in and whispered, If I was being offered a 17-year-old boy toy, I'd be more excited, Anita. Matthew was out of sight, so I let my eyes show just how happy that comment made me. Monica let go of my arm, her eyes a little wide, face surprised. Oh, come on, Anita. What woman wouldn't be flattered? First, I haven't agreed to letting him stay in St. Louis when they bring him in from Vegas tomorrow. Second, don't ever call him a boy toy again. Touchy, she said, and then her face softened and her eyes glittered with some thought that I knew I wasn't going to like. Defensive of him already, Anita. My. He must be better in bed than I remember at that age. I leaned in and hissed in her ear. We were all mind-raped by one of the scariest vampires to ever exist, Monica. She used me to feed on his power as a were-tiger. She used me and